Hello there, Ray here. I'm joined by Katz as well as KK, and today we'd like to show you some 20 meter per second elevators as well as conveyors in the 1.13 snapshots. So yesterday we showed some elevators and conveyors using this limestone mechanic, and we went ahead afterwards and tried to improve them, making them 20 meters per second. We came up with some ideas, and we went ahead and built some different prototypes. KK built quite a few different prototypes, including this one here. And we were trying to get him work with armor stand, but KK could not get to work with armor stand. And then Katz and I came in and we fiddled with it for a little bit and we got it to work with minecart. So as you can see, this is 20 meters per second with a player in a minecart. And it moves so fast that the player does not take any damage, which is really nice. And you can also see it's quite quick as the player reaches the top in 20 meters per second. So this design here uses zero ticking with redstone ticks, or also known as one game tick. And what we have here is some butted pistons that come in and shortly pulse this piston, which will throw the slime block over to the side. Then we have another piston which will pulse downwards and grab the slime block, and it will pull the slime block upwards, and then the minecart will go with it. Then we have it timed so that each of these segments will work right after each other, and to pull the player all the way up to the very top. So here we have another layout, which is also 20 meters per second. And as you can see, it works a little bit differently. We have some zero ticking going on from either side. And remember, zero ticking is referring to zero redstone ticks, also known as one game tick. But here you can see it's almost one white tileable, but we do have some pistons here, which are updating this piston over here. So here we have a design by Katz, and this one is quite compact, but it's 10 meters per second. You also notice that it is only one wide, and you can see it works just fine. A little bit slower. And this design even works with like boats, although boats are client side, so you can't ride them as a player, but if there's nobody riding it, then it will be able to transport boats as well. So KK designed some slick looking conveyors as well. Here's one that just uses redstone dust. This is a 20 meter per second conveyor. As you can see, it transports the armor stand very quickly, and he quickly went away from dust, and here's one without dust. Go ahead and we activate this one. Armor stand will be taken all the way to the far side, and it's extremely fast, like I said, 20 meters per second. And I really like this design here. This design he came up with looks really compact as well as sleek. And this is also 20 meters per second. Also has the string launch, so as soon as the armor stand goes down, it will launch it. And this uses the butted pistons here, which come over and with redstone blocks will power these pistons here. And they power them in a certain order so that the block will first be sent over here, and then it'll be pulled over here. It doesn't work with players unless probably you're in single player. So the way that we figure out how fast these conveyors are, we figure out how much delay is between each segment. So you can see there's two observers, both of them are 2 game ticks, so we got 4 game ticks of delay. And if the player started here and they ended up here in the same amount of time, that is 4 meters. So he traveled 1 meter or 1 meter per game tick. Yep. And that would make it 20 meters per second, also known as like 20 blocks per second. Now you can use these conveyors in multiplayer if you first ride a llama, and llamas will be able to go through this quite nicely. The only problem we had with llamas is that they would try to walk around and try to walk off of it, so you'd have to block off all the sides and stuff. We did try llamas also with the elevators, but they didn't seem to work as well. So if we compare this conveyor with the older variations that already exist in the game, you notice that there is a dead zone right here. So if this armor stand would come and land right in this position, there's no way for this conveyor to pick it up. Because normally what happens is that it starts with the slime block going inside of it, the slime block moves over here, momentum sends the armor stand through the piston, and it slides past this block here and ends up here where the slime block can pick it up again and move it along. So if this armor stand just directly falls into the spot or any mob, then this is a dead zone and the system would not be able to move this armor stand. So that's something to note about these conveyors. Now you can move these pistons out of the way that are sitting in the middle of the track, and you could try to come in and also try to move any items or any mobs that end up in this dead zone by pushing like a piston in from the side and then move them. That would be quite a bit more work. Now, with the elevators also have some problems, such as couldn't get them to work with mobs consistently, but they did work with minecarts, which is nice. But you can see if we put like an armor stand in here and activate this, depending on where you built this, it's locational, and you can see that this armor stand only made it this high. So it wasn't very consistent with mobs, but being that the system is quite fast with the slime block being moved into and out very quickly, if players are in the system, they won't be able to take any damage, which is nice. New 20 blocks per second conveyors as well as elevators. So if you found this interesting, show us with a like. If you'd like to see more videos like this, subscribe and don't forget to comment. Bye bye.